Welcome to the third episode of our session here, so episode 6 of session 2. The party had just spent about an hour cutting mushrooms, in real life time, cutting down mushrooms. A lot of discussion about their current plans with the Lord, discussing about changing positions between Alan and Shayla's cart, and an overall just kind of traveling time, spent another day, then they rested. When they woke up, Gopher had a very problematic dream. It involved a pit that was just sand covered that stretched about several miles, at the bottom of which it's then soon cut to. It also had the grotesque faces that came out of the ground with several jagged teeth and marks. It also then showed an image of him tied to a post inside of a cave. It then also showed a blue flaming skull that was in the middle of a purple hand's palm, which the flames slightly flickered and nicked part of Gopher's body, in which he felt a piece of his essence nearly sucked away as he lost part of his maximum hit points, leaving him unbalanced with a lack of sleep and complete disarray when he awoke. And that's where we left off. Also, through casting Detect Magic, it was determined that there was necromantic magic of some sort over Gopher's body, essentially. And that's where we left off, with an additional casting of Protection from Good and Evil on him. So, you guys are still traveling at this point.
So after learning that her level 1 spells, she had to... Well, she gets off of the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
She will test Firebolt again.
Okay, nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Then she will, knowing that, she will tell, all the spellcasters in her group what she thinks, her theory on the wild magic thing.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Ryder.
Yes?
I don't think we have to cast... I don't think the inherent wild magic of this land affects us right now when we cast our level 0 spells.
What are level 0 spells? What are you talking about?
How do I explain this?
Cantrips.
Cantrips, okay. When we cast our cantrips, but anything that isn't a cantrip.
I walk away from everyone. Storm's coming!
Nothing.
Now look over to Ryder. What's the point of that?
Why are we making loud noises?
Audible boom of 100 feet does resonate from when you do thunderclap, so...
Harvey's panicking.
Wow.
I can feel the presence of Harvey panicking because...
You can hear bustling inside the cart. That's for sure, because none of you are in there. So.
Okay,
Jacqueline,
since we figured that out, what are we doing about Gopher?
If you want to help me with that, we can go and ask people if they have, I would think, wizards of some kind.
Doesn't talk to one of them.
We might need a certain spell to get rid of
talks to
that.
one.
I mean, I have something that can get rid of it, but I used it, and I don't get it for another few days. So...
we could
There's only one spell.
Yeah, we'll go ask someone.
Okay.
Druid doesn't affect
Okay.
anyways.
Fair point.
I'm gonna go ask Alan, because he has a mage over there. So...
I'll go to Shayla.
Okay.
Twig! Anybody else doing anything? Rex, Gopher, Zakaris, Randall.
I mean, I assume...
I'll see if I can tend to go for his physical ailments, see if I can
Stick
not be in pain.
What was that?
I was gonna ask if I could rest, but...
I didn't hear that. What was that?
He's gonna try to tend to him.
Okay.
I want to see if we can try to ease his pain.
Okay. You can tell that his body isn't necessarily in pain. It's definitely exhausted from the lack of sleep, but apart from that, there's no visible wounds, no rotting decay, nothing of the sort.
Arcana check to see if I can have some kind of vague idea of what this is?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana.
Ooh, by the
That
way,
is a natural 20.
All right. Well, definitely something that is probably. I'm gonna need to get some more information off of this. Let me get to my monster here.
I think I know what it is.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
I know as a player.
I don't think you know as a player.
That.
Send me a text.
I have a feeling I have.
Watch me rewrite.
That'd be funny. Oh, I looked at the wrong
In a
creature.
few seconds, we just hear Link.
Look at your tux, you poopy head.
He's busy doing something. Leave him alone.
I mean, you can say I'm right or wrong. Right now.
You're wrong.
Oh.
Damn
it, Lynn. You made me look
I
like an
could
idiot.
also be lying. You never know. Your character.
We're
might
gonna
know.
find out in like.
Yeah, you actually probably are.
You're gonna have to say it.
So, what is essentially on him, from what you can understand from these visions and dream-like induced pain that he's under, which actually even sucked his energy from his rest, is something that is very rare. It's more of a curse than a disease or poison. But even then, it's less of a curse. It doesn't act the same way. It's... With a natural 20, you know from very recent excursions with a green hag that you spent some research gathering, you came across a night hag, which can, when a humanoid sleeps, they essentially, they rape your dreams.
Nice.
And, but yeah, they essentially attack you mentally, and they don't have to be present to do so. They place a curse on them. Again, less of a curse and more of a covenant that's essentially taking your essence in the middle of your sleep. Though it's a little different because the way that you know from your research before, night hags can typically do it once a day. Though this is the first time that Gopher's experienced this. And it also is in a less severe manner than normal.
First, as far as he knows.
Yeah, true.
So, Gopher.
Gopher should actually have like 300.
Yeah.
Calm down, but you're gonna die.
Have you interacted with any hags at any point in time? Specifically a night hag?
I believe I might have.
You can roll an intelligence check if you don't remember.
I remember, but I mean, does that apply to this? I don't know, we'll see based off the roll.
You killed the sea
Well,
hag.
that's a 10.
10? That's enough, yeah. Because it was a pretty drastic moment. You do remember having problems with a sea hag with Strawn Striskel when you had done your venturing, and that was what you had essentially went on a bounty for. But also, where the sea hag's lair was, you came across a night hag because the sea hag knocked you unconscious and tied you to a post inside of a cave, where the night hag then placed a blue skull across your body before then being rescued by the squad, essentially, yes. The previous party.
The sea hag was.
Sea hag knocked him unconscious with just a glance.
Yeah.
Literally,
That's literally what it was.
It really was.
So yeah, you
I'm
do
surprised.
remember something of a night coming across a night hag, though it was very strange that you were still alive.
Okay.
Surprisingly, my character is not in your dream.
So yeah, I do believe I have run into a night hag before.
That's not good.
Could you give me some insight on what you believe might have been happening?
She is slowly killing you.
Fuck.
To do something. I don't know what,
Okay.
but it's definitely not good.
All right.
Why does nothing good ever happen in this group? It's so strange.
Things have gone well.
So you're saying Gopher might die one of these days?
Tyler, there's a difference between things going well and
Ah.
good things.
Time to take my pain away.
Yeah.
So Sorcerers, do
Bad
you have a
things have
cure
gone
for
well
this,
for
or
us.
do you know of a cure?
Oh, I mean, we could try to find it and kill it. I'm sure that would work. Other than that, I don't really know.
Killing a hag.
I would be all in for that.
Really?
But did you say you killed it before?
We have killed it before. Wait, no, it got away. It got away.
Well,
It got
So
away.
which one is it?
Which
No.
one is it?
I know it got away for sure.
But you killed it.
No,
It
no,
did get away.
We killed the sea hag, but we did not kill the night hag.
I'm not even there.
Do you know what this night hag look like?
like a night
You.
Like a sea hag, but a night hag.
Thanks for the explanation. I don't know if I can help you now.
It is the best. Oh my god. That's amazing. It was like a sea hag, but a night hag.
We'll look out for a hag. How about that?
That.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around and check on the other carts. And yeah.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Well,
I mean, we were going to go to the.
Right.
Would I be able to rest though?
If you want to try to sleep, sure, you can try.
I mean, you
Oh
were.
yes, I'm gonna try to sleep. You watch my back.
I mean, we're gone.
Or
Wait.
Zacchaeus.
Wait, is this
I'm gonna-
is this still within 10 minutes?
I'm gonna try to sleep, but will you watch
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
me? Alright. So I got Zacchaeus watching me while I
Okay.
get my rest.
Go for it.
Before you do that, I'm gonna do it on top of the wagon.
Oh
I
god.
So
thought
we
he
can at least
was.
continue on.
No, I was a passenger next to Randall.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
typically rides next to me.
My
So
my,
Paladin will not
my
have
protection
that.
from evil and
I'm
good
wrong.
is still on you. So if you go to bed now, I don't know what'll happen. But
Okay.
if it is possession of any kind, you'll at least have an advantage on your wisdom saving throw. I don't know what else you'll
Yeah.
have, but
I'll take it. It'll work.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to try to sleep. So then you two are doing your thing.
I'm going to
Chalet,
Shayla.
and I'm going to Ellen.
Okay. You would make it first because now that they switched, they're
Yeah.
a little bit more different positions.
I go up to Chalet. Hello,
Shayla.
Shayla, whatever. He said Chalet.
It's Shayla.
I go up to Shayla. I greet myself. I introduce myself.
Hello, me.
Hello. I am a pretentious prick. I love myself.
I'm like
Fuck
the
you.
landlord.
I'm the magic queen.
Anyways.
So yeah, I say hello. I introduce myself.
Yeah. I mean, you guys met.
We have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We have.
You guys fought next to each other.
She introduced herself anyway. Whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. And then I ask her, I say that I've seen her brother do some magic and ask her what he does. Like, what is he? Kinda.
Well, he's definitely an anomaly, but kidding aside, he is silent, but he is a caster of sorts. He's able to essentially read from his tome and use those as an arcane focus to cast his spells.
Okay. So, do the characters of D&D know, like, the different classes they are?
Yeah.
Okay, so would Jacqueline know to call him a wizard?
Yeah. I mean, wizard's also just a noun. So it's an adjective / noun. So.
I don't know what
I
the fuck.
mean, I would say yes.
Yeah,
'cause
they-
they're also the only class that specifically is stated to use a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then she would ask, so he's a wizard of sorts.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
is it Harry?
Does
Gonna stab you with the fork.
Calvin, I can tell you
does
where
he
my fork
know if he has a spell in that
is.
spell book of his that would help with
You think.
curses or possession?
I mean, I put it inside my
I'll
container.
ask you, Didi.
So it's
Brother!
technically it's fine,
Brother!
but
And at
it's
this
in
point,
there.
the guy kind of knocks his horse, or he kind of like slows down his horse, trots behind. during this time as well, you guys are noticing that you're getting closer and closer to the atmosphere ahead of you. The smell, since you're getting a bit further in the group, is starting to get more pungent. It's a lot more of like smelling water, like essentially picture if someone left meat in the sink.
We're in the giant swamps or whatever.
The troll's claw.
There it is.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah,
I forgot
that
was
swamp. That is not
fun.
fun smells. It is very grotesque. And the ground itself, though it's still a little bit muddy, is definitely having pools of actual like water in it. It has several different, just like muck, essentially. That's going on.
Some alligator grabs a creature on the side of the road.
It's gross. It's definitely grotesque. But it's starting to get to that point. The brother then starts sifting through the pages after being asked about it. Closes the book and shakes his head.
Darn. Well, I tried. Thank you.
That would definitely be more of like, say, if you want to find someone that's more divine, like a cleric of sorts.
Yeah, a cleric of sorts.
I mean, if you go to like a temple for sure, they would probably be able to help you there. Is someone having problems?
One of my comrades, he has.
He's pregnant.
You're not there. Shut up.
He's actually walking by on a horse. Right. He's pregnant.
There he is, right there. No. I used one of because I'm a paladin.
Oh god.
Paladin and sorcerer, and I used one of my paladin spells to detect a aura on him, and from my limited knowledge, it looked like a possession. It could also have been a curse. I don't know what it does, but I know it's probably not good. So
yeah, it makes sense. Usually, things like that aren't good.
So I'm just trying to find.
Are you sure someone didn't just like, from my limited knowledge, somebody didn't just bestow a curse upon him or anything?
It could be a curse, which I don't have anything to dispel curses.
Well, I mean, bestowing a curse is also very, like, it doesn't last very long. Bestow curse, specifically.
Yeah, I don't know what it's from though. So
Well, I recommend a cleric. They'll be able to have the magics that you're looking for.
okay.
Most definitely. Most of them strive to do that, I would suppose.
Okay.
But best of luck with that.
Yeah, thanks. She will walk back to Harvey's cart since she can't think of any other cart besides Alan's cart that has anyone even remotely close to that.
So, James, you find anything yet?
No. Shayla's brother does not have. He's a wizard of sorts, but he does not have the spell that I'm looking for. And does she notice Zacchaeus anywhere?
Oh,
Yeah, you can see Zacchaeus. He's looking over the sleeping gopher at this point.
I pointed at them
Oh no, she asks, where is Gopher right now?
with Zacchaeus
So
over
you
there.
point at them.
Yep.
And she notices, Zacchaeus, what are you doing?
Watching him.
Creeper! Okay.
Why?
Did you talk to him before this, or?
Yeah, I think, fairly sure that it's a night hag that is trying to kill him.
Do you know if it's a curse or possession of any kind?
I couldn't tell you.
Helpful. Okay, how long ago did he fall asleep?
Not
Maybe
too
like
long
Not
ago.
very long ago.
Yeah, maybe like 15 minutes.
Okay. Gopher, I'm just gonna give you a heads up. When you wake up, it's gonna be real creepy. There's gonna be two tieflings just staring at you.
Yeah.
Man, they're looking at him just like they were looking at that arm earlier.
Yeah.
How does it work?
No. Two Tiffany and a human.
You're gonna go up there too? Okay.
He's already up there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
up there. Yeah. So
Everyone on top of the cart.
Jacqueline will go up next to Zacchaeus and just watch to see
We
what
have
happens.
2 horses that have no riders.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are we dealing with this?
Oh, there's a horse? I'll ride
He
one.
had a horse, and
Zakaris also has a horse.
We'll just, they're following.
You can have a horse in tow. I mean, if you attach it to the cart, it'll move with the carts.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do that and ride the other one.
She's doing that, waiting until something happens.
Okay.
Wait, how long does detect magic?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah, it's the same thing as protection from good and evil. Concentration.
Does she still see a aura?
You
or-
already cast protection from good and evil, so you broke concentration of your other spell.
Oh, okay.
And that's also been 15 minutes. So. Alright. We'll go over to Alan there.
I'm
So you come
Ryder.
trotting in, just. Yes! You are.
Oh, it's not. I'm talking about you because you called me Ellen. You.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're going to Alan.
yeah, he's not Alan.
I understand that. I'm just saying, we're going over to the event with Alan. Anyways. Ryder. Hopkins. Elf bard / cleric. What are you doing?
God.
Ellen.
Yes.
Oh, you know you call. I didn't know we had the talking in game with all that. I hate you. Anyways, pretend that it didn't happen. Do you have we have an emergency. Do you have any cleric or any sort of healer around here that you have?
No, the only other magic caster that we have is our bard friend up there, and then her.
Do you know anything that would lift I want to assume it's a curse.
She starts flipping through her pages. Just she takes a quick pause. Just keeps flipping through it after dabbing her finger on her mouth.
Dab.
I will kill all of you.
Infinite dab.
Super dab.
I don't have anything very powerful. I do have. Let me look at the spell again.
If Rosalia were here, she'd be able to help.
Miss Zelda's here, she'd be able to help.
Who?
Zelda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's also.
I know a Palatina. She's a god.
Oh, yeah, Palatina.
I could try to remove the curse. Yeah. Well, I should say I can dispel a magic. I don't know if that's gonna work or not.
We're trying anything. I'm not sure if my colleague found anything to do, but
Is it contagious? Are you sure it's not a disease of some sort?
I mean, none of us is affected besides him,
I
so
mean, it could take time. It might be the beginning.
we don't know then. Would you be willing to help?
Alan, she kind of glances at Alan. Come on, it's fine. You've helped us before. Fine.
Thank you so much,
May.
Ryder. I'm pretty sure you knew that.
Well, it's a formal greeting now, I suppose.
Ryder Hopkins. Let's go. My friend's in danger.
Alright, so you grab her, then you both essentially make your way there. Is anybody else doing anything in the rest of time?
I'm driving the car.
Driving the car. Doing nothing. Sitting on a horse.
I'm laying
I'm
back.
Sleeping.
I'm sitting on a horse.
Fresh air still.
Okay.
I was just saying everyone else's actions. You're
Okay.
you're driving the car, on a horse, sleeping, staring at him sleeping.
Guys, I got someone!
Yeah, after a good few minutes, he's got
The tieflings both just turn.
you see Ryder approach with
Chris.
a
Can you horse away?
the same black-haired, like black eyeliner woman that was part of Alan's group,
Okay.
the human woman.
And Jack goes, okay, good. The other person that we thought could help when the first one didn't.
Alright, so I'm guessing nothing on your end then.
No, Shayla's brother is not that versed into wizardry.
She has a spell, but it might not get rid of it, but it's still something we can try.
Okay.
He's taking a nap up there.
Do you, Jack will ask, do you have any concerns doing this? First of all,
I mean, I don't want to catch whatever he's got.
Is it contagious? Do we know?
she knows that it's not a disease. Right?
Yeah, you know from what Zakaris told you that it's some kind of something.
We know it is magical in nature.
Well,
What kind of magic it is, curse, possession, or just like a regular spell, we have no idea. Zacchaeus?
It's some kind of magic. It is.
Alright, well, I will take a look, I suppose.
magic.
She gets off her horse and puts that horse in tow and then is checking on,
She gets off her high horse.
wow. And looks over at Gopher. So he's the one, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The one sleeping. The.
She opens her tome and it kind of floats after she lets go of it, and the page starts to flip slowly as she begins chanting. And yeah,
Casting Dispel Magic.
yeah, casts Dispel Magic.
Oh,
After a brief moment of pause where the light fades over him.
And then you hear the and then the cards moving. Like, oh!
Don't see any noticeable effect.
Here's a good question. How long has this entire process taken?
For her to chant that, 6 seconds.
Well, no, to get her. here
Oh,
and all that.
maybe like a half hour, maybe.
Self-protection from good and evil. Has
Oh yeah, that's been gone for 15 minutes now.
I was
Easily.
gonna say she dispels that.
No, that's been already gone. Yeah, you can't really notice anything. He looks the same.
You already dispelled it?
Well, I mean, if it were to work, we'd have to find out in the future. If
Alright.
he starts getting worse, then I would say it doesn't work.
Well, Jacqueline's gonna take a chance. She's gonna use Detect Magic again.
Okay, go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Whoa.
The entire roof of the card.
Wild magic, yeah.
Below.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So she does Detect Magic.
Okay. I'll mark your first level spell. So,
Yep.
so
That's
as you
three.
cast the spell,
I have one more
once
first
again,
level
you focus in to try to find any essence. You see the same magic from your ring coalesces over your body, the divination magic, that's a part of the ring. You also see the same blue light that is emanating from his chest that goes up to his neck in a veiny kind of format. You also see which is necromancy. You also see that there is a very slight shimmer to maze form, and you can determine that it's illusory.
Is what?
Oh,
The
She's
spell,
using
illusion.
mute magic.
So did it work?
no, it did not. I can tell though. I can tell one other thing. I'm not going to say.
Well, I'm sorry it didn't work, but
Yeah.
Well, thank you for trying, mate.
It was probably a more powerful form of magic then.
well, I didn't feel any contestants, so it's not magic.
Well,
It's
to
not
be fair,
casting
it's,
of magic. I don't know.
it is hag magic.
Well, it's hag magic. That might have been more useful to know. If that's the case, then you're fucked. I don't know. I don't know anything else. Anything else to say?
Well, good thing he wasn't awake to hear that.
This hag that is possibly in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the Sea of Swords, which we are not exactly near a ship to getting to. Can someone send a message to Strahd? Hey, you missed a hag. It's killing you over. Go get it.
Well, if he's in danger here, why don't we take him somewhere else to like a different plane?
Like an airplane?
Yeah, of course. I'll hop in my private jet.
Yes.
My private hawk will come
Fine.
to us.
Yeah, let's just go to the astral plane. It'll be fun.
Let's go to the Nine Hells and go visit Tiamat herself.
Oh god.
Just present yourself.
Exactly. We're here to stop your resurrection.
Anyways,
Does anyone know how to make a mansion in the sky?
I also want to point out
seventh
none
level
of us.
spell bards will know something. Pick a mansion in a different plane of existence.
I mean, if we could stall him for maybe 5 more days, I might be able to heal him, but I'm not sure he's gonna live that long.
I think that might be our only option.
Unless we run into that hag.
I feel like our
Well, the
I
hag could
feel
be
like
anywhere.
our chances of running into the exact hag would
Maybe
Time to ask Drebin.
I was actually thinking about that.
19. Yeah, so you're
Just
keeping a
asking,
close eye.
asking our gods for help.
I mean, this is an emergency.
When glancing over
You
the
go
entire
first.
area, when glancing over the entire area, you can tell that over the course of like this entire excursion, you've just been getting closer and closer to what you can presume is a swamp. The ground is getting muddier and mucky. It's also got like a kind of grotesque, fluent motion of it, as if something's like breathing almost, just going. And it's got like puffs of just fume that spits out from the top of it. It's very gross, and it's just the ground that's doing that. The horses are beginning to step forwards and are starting to step into muck, and yeah.
Do I notice any?
There's no other creatures that are nearby. No visible threats.
Do I notice the horse height is changing?
The what? The horse's height? It is not lowering. It may have sank like a few centimeters because of the new mud, but other than that, it's not. It's not quicksand, if that's what you're thinking of, or quick mud.
There it is.
It's just mud where it's called a sinkhole. It is not a sinkhole.
Then I'll continue to stay cautious. Then.
Okay.
You
May
see
also
Stag
essentially
for some reason.
begins to go sit down on her horse and then walk back to her group.
Surprise, she's the night hag.
Jacqueline actually did have this idea earlier. She remembers what Carlin said to her, and she will grab Moon's Shadow,
Okay.
start to pray, and try to commune.
Okay.
And I guess I'll just try what Dren says, and without sleeping this point, be like, help me out, bud.
It has been 8 hours since you guys have communed last. It doesn't work.
It doesn't.
How about for me?
Doesn't work.
Damn it. Alright,
Hey, can
plan 2! Smell
I might as well try. Come on. I did get a busy signal last night.
It's true. You can roll. Roll a religion check.
7.
Okay, yeah. It's basically the same effect, where you feel his presence, but because of how much like influence he has, it's probably even less likely that he's going to show up physically for you. It's more of like you can feel his presence, you can probably send messages and prayers, and he'll probably send signs to show that he's received it. He might not specifically show up like he does for others.
Man,
I'm essentially going to commute.
I'm crushing these 3.
I have 3 religious benefactors over here.
Oh no, I was going to say, are these 3 like the chosen one for their own personal religion?
No, but
No.
like communing with a deity doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna show up in person. Sometimes it's like a phone call. They can hang up before the call actually gets answered.
I guess Grim just want to talk to me.
They can
But during this time, it's more likely, they're the chosen ones.
I'm driving currently. Beep.
Which is
Well, like,
kind of
like-
unfortunate because Jacqueline had a couple other questions.
Yeah.
Well,
People are asking if I'm even going anywhere near my actual goal. And if he's got any idea if there's anything that can be done to
So,
help a person
Securis,
being
how's
cursed by
our
a night hag.
big boy doing?
Yes.
Well, if you guys are just gonna be waiting around for time, then
Yeah.
you can fast travel here. So a good solid 8 hours pretty much go by, and
Don't die, go for him!
you do get a nice long rest in.
Yes.
Pretty sleep and don't need to roll anything. Pretty energetic.
Do I get that health back?
You do not regain your maximum hit points.
Fucking
They stay at minus whatever I had before.
3.
3.
Yeah.
So, but you do not need to roll.
This is what you get for going after hags.
Fully bit.
They're all sisters. I'm actually pretty sure that's like a state. They're all one giant group.
Oh god.
I think I don't remember. But yeah, everyone else can see that he does get a good sleep in.
I mean,
Totally normal.
I guess at least for now, I can keep casting protection from good and evil on him.
I mean, I can do it too every day because I could use one for free every time.
You could do
It
that.
only
as well.
lasts 10 minutes.
So I'll do it before he goes to sleep. And hopefully...
Yeah, I mean, if it just lasts 10 minutes, if this effect happens every time he goes to sleep, 10 minutes is perfect.
Well, who knows? Maybe it can happen at any point.
Because it worked last time. Well, it's the only thing that we can do, okay?
We're not even sure.
Stop being. Get out.
So,
Go
time
away.
passes 8
You
hours.
wonder why no one likes you.
How about using your little touchy thingy?
Lay on hands.
Yeah.
Feel free to
My
try.
paladin thing
I would
only.
say we
It's
have
only
no idea
poison
if it
and
actually
disease.
works.
I mean, that is a disease, isn't it? Pretty much.
No.
No.
Huh.
No, it is nowhere near close to
It
a
doesn't.
disease.
It doesn't do anything to magic.
Alright, how about your good berries?
They won't do anything like that,
He'll just feel nice and full.
You'll just
Full of shit.
good.
Full of shit. More empty.
How about if I just shattered the curse?
Just blow up. Go for
Problem
blow me
solved!
No more pain.
Blow me up.
Okay, how about I disguise
New
myself
character
into the
called
hag
to the
that
sky.
he was looking for, and
you
then kill me? Where to get rid of the curse?
Wait, what?
Yes.
What if I use disguise self on myself to turn into the hag that did this to you and you kill me?
You've also never seen a hag, so you wouldn't know what it looks like.
Shit! You're right.
You've not
Yeah.
seen a night hag before. And describing is not enough in knowing.
Yeah.
And I don't think Gopher would be able to properly define it for you.
Nope.
Unless you draw a picture.
I don't think he remembers.
I mean, he was probably drunk. How about if I mended you
Drunk
together?
on death.
Mended
Yeah.
you back to.
If there's any other serious choice making that anybody else wanted to do, it begins pretty prevalent that you are on the outskirts of the swamp. It's also
You see
pretty
Shrek.
evident. What? You do not see Shren or Shrek. You
Get
do.
out of my
Get
swamp.
out of my swamp.
Donkey!
Donkey.
Anyways,
Stop drinking the dragon!
night begins to hit again. However, you also all the carts that are in front of you come to a halt.
What's happening?
You hear soft clopping as a man in a robed figure once again shows up, pulls down his hood, and he's got the.
He might
brownish
sit
hair.
outside the swamp. Just for one nice.
He's a part
We're
of
going we're going to be reaching Troll's Claw here in the better part of an hour or so. We are going to sleep here now because what's going to happen is it's going to take us 2 days to get through. However, in doing so, to get through in only 2 days, we are not going to be stopping. Ergo, sleeping is going to be near impossible inside of the swamp. So you're going to be going 2 days without rest. So sleep now, because you're going to need it.
Can I ask you something real
What?
quick? Do you have a cleric or someone over there who could destroy who could get rid of curses?
We
by
have
chance?
much more important matters to tend to than that.
Okay.
We don't have a cleric. If it helps, we do not have a cleric with us.
Okay. Yeah.
If you wanted to wait till Dragonspear, then you might be able to find someone. However, for now, we need to think about what the cartel is going to be going through and the caravan, because Troll's Claw is a very dangerous place. And I'm going to reiterate: if you break away from the cart, you will not be receiving aid unless they choose to do so. If you go after or fall behind, we're going to be continuing at our same pace unless you don't show up again, in which you'll be filled in, essentially. Troll's Claw is not a pleasant place, and the reason why we can't stop, it's not that we're choosing not to, it's we can't stop because I'm sure you've heard the rumors of Troll's Claw and how a lot of travelers had felt as if they've had claws grabbing them, trying to bring them to the ground. If you stay stationary inside of the swamp, you might vanish. So, as a precaution, we can't stop with carts of people, horses, or anything of the sort. That's why we're not going to be sleeping. So don't break away. Don't try to go exploring, because you'll probably end up dead.
Alright.
So sleep now, because it's going to be better than anything else that you're going to be getting. The smell of the swamp's going to keep you up.
Alright.
I mean, if we really wanted to, me and Cal, we could just
you wanna
stay
do-
inside the box
make sure
and we
he
can
can-
sleep all we want.
Try to make sure he can sleep.
You
Or
can.
want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Or try to, at
Alright.
least.
Go for you. Gonna go sleep right now?
Yes, I will.
You already slept.
Rock, paper, scissors, who takes first shift again?
I sleep again.
Okay.
Wait, what's it called?
Actually, I'm kidding.
Rock,
Paper, parchment, shears.
paper, shears.
Paper, parchment sheet.
You decide.
I'll go first this time.
So when can you go for sleep?
When can I sleep?
Is that what you asked?
Not now. You just woke up.
Yeah,
pretty
it
much.
was just, yeah.
Oh shit.
So basically,
He's on now a different sleep schedule than the most of you as well.
Because I
He'll
slept
be
like
on the
8
same
hours.
sleep schedule for in
Basically-
2 days.
In 2 days, yeah, that's true. It'll be back to normal. He will be more
If
tired.
anything, you'll be sleep on the cart and while we travel.
He literally just said that trolls, the smell of trolls probably.
He will sleep on the cart. Well, that's moving, so you'll be fine.
No, like
I-
the smell
No,
of it will
the-
make it
yeah.
possible
Oh.
for you to fall asleep
Yeah,
anyway.
You
That's
could,
what
you could try. You could try
You
anyway.
can't
Well,
fall
I mean, I guess he could try.
You
Alright,
can always try.
asparagus. I guess
Yes, sir.
if we want to sleep, these past few
I'll stay
days.
up.
Well,
I'm gonna stay up and keep watching.
I was gonna
We can
say,
take turns sleeping on top of the
Let's
cart,
eat.
and me and Rex can sleep in it.
let's eat the rations, and these next few days we eat the good berries.
That works for me.
Alright,
We
so
have good berries now if you so desire.
alright, so here.
Before I go to sleep, I'm trying to hear in the cart if Harley is still panicking or
Why do
something.
you keep calling him Harley?
Hartley, Hartley.
Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent could not be trusted.
The
Harvey,
5 Harveys. The 5 brothers. There's just secretly
So
5.
wait, are you staying outside the box, or are you
fuck
watching
bitches.
inside the box? That should be clear.
I'm guessing it's dead quiet inside the cart.
Yep, it's dead quiet.
I'll
you
go
guys,
in.
When's the last time you guys checked on them?
I'm going in.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like a
You
damn.
knock on the door because you can unlock the first lock, but he still doesn't unlock the 5 locks on the inside.
Correct.
So it takes the better part of a few minutes, and the slit opens up. You can actually see his eyes are very black, and looks exhausted. He slowly unlocks all the rest of them, struggles to lift the large knob that's essentially closing it, and then opens the door.
I go in.
Okay.
Guess I'll take the first watch.
Alright, asparagus, you got first watch. I'm heading to sleep.
Alright.
Yep, I'll stay up with Rex.
Alright,
While we're going in,
here,
check
I
on
give
Harvey,
you 2
because we
more
haven't done
rations
that.
to give these to the horses when you can.
Are you gonna come in the box
Sure.
and sleep, or are you gonna sleep outside the box?
We're all gonna take our ship somehow.
Bird box.
You're taking on them right now, so.
The sun is still setting. It's not pitch black yet, by the way.
I guess we just stop and chill then. Time to get some food in.
I'll be on watch since I slept
I
already.
smell that Harvey's voice.
You actually gonna do that?
No.
So who's awake right now?
I think every
Gopher, Rex,
we're all just doing last minute
Zacchaeus.
prep-
Zacchaeus, are you up
Yep.
too? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You 3 make perception checks.
I'm awake, but I'm in a box.
Night does pretty quickly hit as well.
22.
24.
27. Wait, 20. Yeah, 27.
Jesus. Ever vigilant, just you're just like perfectly all of your head just create a sphere of vision around you guys. Once night hits too, it does get a little more difficult for Rex to see and Gopher. But Zacchaeus, you do notice something in the light because you guys have essentially in the darkness have set up some form of light system. You can actually see that there is a very small flickering of light that's coming off the torches of the cart.
I'll get everybody else's attention.
So you wake us up?
People are already awake, I guess.
Okay. So Gopher and Rex, you both can see now. And it's getting closer. As it gets a little bit closer, it takes the shape of what looks to be a small deer.
Small deer.
Yeah, it's...
Can I roll a nature check to see if there are deer here?
Sure. You can roll a nature check with advantage because of the fact that this is pretty obvious.
Is that Harry Potter I see?
19.
19, definitely you can tell that in the dead muck that you're near, there's probably not any deer.
That rhymed. Good job.
Hey.
Zacchaeus, please tell me that's not a ghost.
It does slowly approach with golden yellow eyes, and as it gets closer into the light, you can actually see that more light is reflecting off of its sheen. It has golden yellow fur and is basically just showing up out of the darkness with yellow eyes looking at you, Zakaris.
Do I feel ill will from this creature?
Roll a insight check.
We all is.
If you want to try to, you can roll an insight check.
I mean,
You all can
That
see. You
is
three can see
19.
this.
Alright, I'll do it too.
Okay.
Natural 20.
It's natural 1.
You can tell this deer's, I'm here for you. I'm gonna eat your sea
The
hag.
messenger.
I'm gonna eat your hag.
Oh god.
You were saying natural one. So
drool.
no. So this is what happens. Gopher and Zakaris, you both can tell that this deer is approaching with caution, but it's not trying to necessarily be stealthy. It's trying to essentially give off its presence in an unthreatening way.
Okay.
And
Calvin's just very hungry.
Rex, you see this deer and immediately think, that's not real, this is bad, that's not good. That's what you think.
Time for me to step back.
Okay. So what do you two? So he's stepping back. Rex is totally frightened by this deer.
One second, let me see something. Well, fuck, actually, I don't
Do you guys know anything about this deer?
No. Should we go look? Gopher?
Wait, you guys gonna leave me here with this deer?
No.
Go look at
No,
it. Like, go up to
we're
it.
gonna leave you there so we can go look at the deer.
I thought the deer's like close to us though.
It's getting closer, but it's not like near the cart. It's
Well,
still
yeah, you're still on
within
the cart,
like
yeah.
You guys are still all on the
Yeah.
cart and stuff.
I'll stay on the car, okay.
Alright, me and Zakaris will go check out the deer.
Okay. The moment you guys kind of what was that?
Let's go see what this is.
We kind of approach
Okay.
in, I don't know.
The moment that you kind of jump down and your feet hit the ground, you can hear the from just like stepping in the mud and the muck. It's definitely not fun. You're actually at half speed as well
Oh, fuck.
because of the difficult terrain that this disgusting mud is.
So for that.
The moment that you do that as well, the deer turns around and just sprints off into the darkness.
Damn.
Is the deer gone?
Looks like it.
You could still see it
Okay.
when it ran off.
I don't know. I don't know if we should follow it. Probably not.
Where I trust not, I will stay close to the cart.
Yeah, we'll do the same. Shouldn't stray too far off from the cart.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna hang out by the cart?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, because you guys kind of probably pull yourself off the mud. After a few minutes, the deer does show back up again.
Oh my god.
It's once again just staring at you guys.
Can we? Explain. Wait. Can you describe the deer again?
Yeah, it's got so when it approaches from the darkness, the reason why it gives off so much light is that it has golden yellow fur. It's got like a golden yellow fur hide.
Okay.
And it shows up. It's got antlers as well. The antlers themselves are kind of silvering and crystal almost.
Okay.
The deer then has also yellow eyes that it just looks at you guys with.
Zakaris, is there any way for you to identify if this deer is like the vine or something?
Or
By the way,
Yeah, but roll to see,
Randall's checked
because it
out
definitely
Harvey.
doesn't look
He's gonna put
natural.
it down because he said he'd take first watch.
You're every single time you do that, it's perfect timing for us not to hear Zakaris.
Can you repeat that again, Scaris?
How rude. It's obviously not natural, but I could try to figure out what it is, I guess.
Alright. That sounds good.
Okay.
Can I roll a perception check?
You can roll an Arcana check if you want.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
After this bit of time too, Randall does emerge from the hut once more, locking the small lock behind him.
So it's time to switch?
you climbed up. What do you mean time to switch? I said I'd take first watch. I was just checking on Harvey quick.
So how is he?
He's exhausted. He probably looks like he hasn't slept in days.
Yeah, I don't think he's been sleeping at all this entire trip.
Maybe you should have been keeping in the cart.
Yeah, I'm going back to the cart then.
Well, no, he looks like he hasn't slept at all.
15
from day one.
Oh.
If he hasn't been sleeping 4 days.
You're not very familiar with, with deer quite by that much, but a deer with gold and yellow fur is usually referred to as a good sign or a good luck fortune for a lot of hunters or farm goers. Even if they've seen a golden stag of sorts, it's meant to bring good luck to their harvest or to their new hunt. Usually they're not attacked because of the fact that they're meant to bring good fortune.
We knew a hunter before. Now he's gone.
Zacharias, do you think you could turn
smart,
yourself
though.
into a deer to try to communicate with it, or
Mate with it.
mate with it even?
Yeah.
I save my sleep.
I can speak to animals too.
Oh, you can?
I'll slowly get back off the
trying to get
cart.
some sleep. You're
Not
saying that
fast enough to disturb it or whatever.
What was that?
And then I will.
He said he'll get off the cart.
Oh, he's gonna get off the
fast
cart.
enough for it to disturb it.
I'll get off the cart and then I'm gonna wild shape into one of them.
Into a deer?
Yeah, that looks similar to that one.
Giant purple deer.
Yeah, you can have the golden yellow fur and the
Silver antlers.
silver antlers, though they do not have the same shine off of the light that you have that the current one in front of you has. Yeah.
I'll approach it.
All right. It turns around and immediately starts to run into the darkness.
You fucker.
I'll follow it.
Okay. Make a survival check with advantage, I'll say, because you're also a deer.
So can he move like normal then if he's a deer?
Well,
22.
they're both at half speed, so realistically, it's the same thing. What was that?
22.
Very easily, you can also follow it. So it's strange because the way that because you're keeping up with it and you have dark vision, so you can actually see. You can see the figure. It's leaving in certain ways. It jumps to the right precariously, takes a few steps forward, leaps over a few things, and with a 22, you can also see that the way that he's moving in the darkness is avoiding certain obstacles almost. He's jumping over what looks to be more thick mud. He leaps over several different pieces of stone that's in the way.
Ooh, can I do something?
Sure, what's up?
Oh, actually, he just left, so I was gonna say.
Oh, well, you could try to follow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because he has a horse. Zacharias had a horse.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Zacharias' horse and trail him from
You can try.
distance. Can I try that?
Yeah, roll a survival check.
Alright.
Randall's gonna break this very hard.
Do I got to persuade Harvey?
You two are outside.
I got a 9.
We'll get that.
I got a 9.
9? Yeah, it's very quick that you're trying, you thought, oh, I should follow. Shit. You set up the horse, you kind of take off the reins from the cart, and you start to wake it up, essentially, because it was trying to sleep. In that time frame, the mud that's essentially all over the place began to kind of move and take the shape. You lost track of them before you really left the cart.
Okay. So, since I can't catch up to them, I'll stay near the cart, though.
Okay.
You're staying ready.
Before we go over to the deer, so inside the cart with Harvey,
He's dead.
no, he's really exhausted. You can see that there's just dark shadowing under his eyes. He's got a furrowed brow, and he's just, for a small man that he is, he looks even less healthy than he already did. As if he's not eating and he's not drinking any fluid. He looks really just ill almost.
Does he have disadvantages on all ability checks?
He's got disadvantage. He's technically got exhaustion 2.
Exhaustion 2?
He has not
He
slept
hasn't
at all.
slept since
Oh, God.
I'm about to ask. Wait.
since before the cabin,
Oh, shit.
which was 2 days ago.
Yeah, that was a...
Wait. So wait.
That's what
that
that would
while with the pillow it means he didn't fall asleep then.
No, he was just staring.
Yeah, he has not slept this entire adventure.
He slept this adventure, otherwise he would be dead by now. But he would have exhaustion 6 or something. But yeah, he hasn't slept in 2 days. And it's very evident.
Alright. If you have a mirror right now, or you have that mirror that Ryder gave you,
Just get him super drunk. Make him
To his
sleep.
daughter.
to his daughter, you look very horrible right now.
A little rude to say.
I'm being honest and really worried about your condition right now.
We.
Reem
I
right
have
now.
to stay vigilant because I'm under attack.
Yes, we know you're under attack, and we're trying to keep you protected. If you could keep doing like this, then we're failing our job as well. If you're not healthy and not taking yourself, then it makes our job much worse than for us.
I'll let you make a persuasion check for that.
If you,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can't
yeah.
stop
He's a
you
businessman. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
We can't stop
Advantage
you.
or-
No.
No?
You would normally have disadvantage because of his crazed demeanor right now, but you would have advantage so that they cancel each other out. So it's just a straight persuasion roll.
I got roll good for this one.
Maybe.
Oh, look at that. That's one.
You jinx yourself.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I got 4.
Plus whatever.
4.
Oh, you don't have any pluses?
No, I do. I have +2.
So
7 in
6.
total.
Oh, you rolled 2. Okay. Yeah, he just kind of like looks around. Well,
That's why I asked you before. Do you feel much safer having someone very, very close to you, like in this cart?
I do, but at the same time, I don't know how to say this. I don't trust either of you anymore. I don't know. There's been a lot of talk, and he kind of like glances around the room very quickly, like just all over the room. There's been a lot of talk, and I just don't think that I should have hired you guys. So please leave. Like in general, when we make it to Dragon's Spear, just leave. I'll find other guards.
In the middle of nowhere.
We're in Dragon's Spear. It's a city. Not right now. Once we make it to Dragon's Spear.
So you don't want our service now, then? You sure about that?
Well, I'll take it now. I mean, if you're gonna give it, I'll take it now. But
You're
Yeah,
not
I
not in
just-
good condition to think. Are you really sure about this?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can see he's just rubbing his hands and his fingers very meticulously, and he's kind of you can see that there's a nervous breakdown that's happening on him, more or less. Yeah, it's pretty evident that he's breaking down.
This is great.
Yeah, because of the 2 days of no sleep, it's all out.
You want Randall to come
the
in here and
flying
help you
elbow
with
just
this
knocked
guy.
I asked Tyler like before, like if I can knock him out.
Yeah, you
Maybe
can knock
go-
someone out.
Yeah.
You go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I don't think he would trust you anymore if you do that.
I mean, it's already happened once.
He's having it now. That's the thing. I trust my companions, and he already has one person I really trust early. So what do I need to roll?
What?
He's not about to sleep.
Oh, okay. This will be contested. So, like, how are you trying to knock him out?
Flying
I was about to grab a pillow and see it suffocate him.
Flying
I'm
elbow.
gonna
Yeah,
get
you
ready
can
to
try that.
roll a persuasion.
Either
check,
that
'cause
or
I-
use the flat end of my sword to knock him out.
I mean, you can absolutely try to suffocate him, essentially.
Randall's gonna roll a persuasion check. to see
flying
if he
elbow.
hears any-
Persuasion to hear
Or
something?
perception.
Oh.
So,
We'll
I might.
we'll get to that in a second. So go ahead and roll a contested. You'll roll athletics. He'll roll acrobatics with disadvantage because of his problems.
Wait, acrobatics, you said?
You have athletics. He's gonna roll acrobatics. 'cause he's
He's
not
a
strong.
disadvantage on ability checks here. Did he roll really high even for disadvantage?
Is higher than a 3, then sure.
What's your total?
I got nothing for athletics.
No.
So,
No. He still fails.
wow.
He rolled a 2.
Nice!
The disadvantage did fuck him over because the other one was a 17. So.
Oh! So that's what
Yeah, he fails. So you just quickly put it over his hand. You kind of have to hold him down. So now he has to do athletics, and you have to roll one more athletics as well.
Oh.
Yeah, he has to roll a disadvantage as well.
It's gonna be.
Oh.
4.
4. He actually pushes the pillow off of his breath. What are you doing? Stop! No, stop! Help! Help! And you just hear
Can't put my
all
wall
of
away.
it.
I wake up, it's like, oh!
Down! Lock!
What's happening?
Here's the problem with this
The
system.
door is still locked.
The door is still locked. You're on the outside.
Randall, what's happening?
I don't know.
You have a key, don't you?
There are locks inside too!
I'm gonna ignore that. I'll explain this later, so I'm gonna continue.
Continue trying to push him out.
And I'm trying to get
Does
back, so I'm
anyone
gonna
else for this?
force my way.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Jackie!
You got him pretty much down. He's pinned right now.
So do I have advantage or something?
Yeah, you have advantage.
I call strong person on Rex.
You need
You
a sight.
don't know what's
I do. We opened the thing.
You don't have the option to open it. It's
We
only
don't?
on his side.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. You're able to get the pillow back down onto his face.
Oh my god.
Are you
Jacqueline?
back up?
Okay.
Are you shouting on the door?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay, I was
we
going
can't
to
mend it.
use message on Rex to be
Please
like, hey,
do.
what are you doing? But he already used Shatter, so we're
It does,
gonna
yeah.
see what happens with this.
Wild magic.
No one will let me fucking speak, so we're gonna do this.
You can do both.
13.
You can do both right now.
Okay.
This is already a thing.
Well, I mean, message could still do something. This
Yeah.
might not blow open the door. Depends on the damage.
If it doesn't, then I will do it.
Okay.
I was shushed by 2 people.
I didn't hear shush. I don't think someone was shushing. There was just
Not
three.
well, he was like,
He was saying back up. Like, he wasn't trying to shush you.
Yeah.
He was saying, everyone back up. Like, because he's going to do Shatter, which is an AoE spell.
Yeah.
Shatter, 10-foot radius.
Randall's still asking Jackie,
Okay.
does you have anything to do?
okay,
A
well,
creature made of inorganic material has disadvantage on the saving throw.
On me.
Oh, wow, that's a natural 20.
What the?
This is a 17 pass.
Yeah.
Yes.
The door takes half damage. So it's 3d8 of thunder damage.
okay, well,
Wait. No, I was reading it wrong. That's a creature made of inorganic
Okay.
material. The door does not save from your saving
Okay.
throw. Does 3d8.
Jesus. Okay,
It's 18.
18? So there's a massive cacophony of just an explosion sound of what could be described as like glass shattering, just the door is still like there and remains there. The cart's severely damaged.
Are we under attack?
okay.
What do you mean? What's happening?
I'm trying to put this guy to sleep.
I open the. I try to yank open the door now.
Make a strength check.
12.
Yeah, that's
Can
not enough. As you're trying
Can
to
I
pull
help
it.
him?
Sure, you have advantage.
You gonna do messenger yet?
No, they're doing their
You
plan.
can still do messenger now.
Still 12.
They already know the answer to what I was gonna ask. I was just gonna ask what Rex was doing.
These,
Alright.
I hear that. I was saying I'm putting this guy to sleep because you haven't
Yeah,
been asleep a long time.
Still 12.
Yeah, still doesn't open.
Try again.
That's my reply to you. If you ever do it.
Okay,
Oh my god.
I'm familiar with Harvey.
Oh
right?
god.
Yeah,
Nope.
I know where he is.
yeah.
I'm going to try message on Harvey.
Okay, what do you say? Oh, that's a good point.
I'm gonna try message on Harvey and ask him what is going on, what he's doing, and why he hasn't slept in. Why is Rex trying to put him to sleep?
Okay. So, Harvey gives you a response. No, he gives you a response. I don't know what Rex is doing. He's trying to kill me. He's trying to smother me in my sleep while we were alone. And that's what he responds with.
Okay. Now, I'm going to message Rex telling him what Harvey said
Okay.
and asking him again what he's trying to do.
This is all in the span of like 12 seconds, dude. Just so that way we can clarify.
Pull the door again.
Yeah, you guys are still trying to rip open this door.
She will audibly say, "Guys, stop! You're not helping anything."
19.
Still not enough.
Oh.
Okay.
This door was made to be a lock.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, "You two, stop! for a split second, please.
So how long does it take to make sure he's asleep?
We'll get to that in a second here. Because
Do I need a roll when you're not?
well, you'll have to roll again here, but we're doing the conversation route first.
I'm telling Rex what Harvey said.
So you basically get a message in your brain from Jacqueline saying that
Harvey thinks you're trying to kill him.
yeah.
And he said trying to kill him in his sleep. I don't know what that means. But maybe if you didn't? Because
Harvey wasn't sleeping when I got into the cart. He was awake the whole time. He has big baggage and is really pale. He's about to be asleep. And I'm trying to make him go to sleep so he can feel better, so you don't have a dead body when we get to the place.
okay. Can I use persuasion
How long
in
can I
message?
send a reply?
It says a reply. It doesn't actually say how long. I'm gonna say 6 seconds, so that was fine.
Okay. Can I use a ability check in a message?
Sure.
Okay. I will try to persuade Harvey that Rex isn't trying to kill him, that he needs to go to sleep, or he might die.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
He's dying. He's getting suffocated.
Oh.
This man
I meant to tell Rex to stop. To stop doing what he's doing.
Persuading rules don't work on other players, though. That's based off of their choices.
I just like. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, with disadvantage.
On Harvey, yeah.
That was my disadvantage. Okay.
One.
Well, the first one, so it didn't matter about the disadvantage, anyways. Okay. You don't get a response.
He's dead.
You can go ahead and make another athletics check. With
doesn't
advantage.
trust anyone.
Oh my god, it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Rex, open the door!
We've broken the door.
Reset athletics.
Athletics, yeah.
Right,
Jordan,
Jordan,
I feel like the scenario we've done is we've broken the door.
No, he's got athletics. You're trying to push the thing on.
Maybe I should just do it
So
again.
he has the way of getting out under it. You have to push your force onto it. That's why it's athletics and not acrobatics.
I mean, you also
Regardless, he only got a 4, so you're fine. So he's been under it now for probably a good 15, 20
Do I have knowledge
seconds.
how long to make sure a person sleeps?
Being forceful in it is a little bit weird, but we'll say he's pretty close to passing out.
Okay. That's all I need, like a progress bar right
Yeah,
now.
you're pretty close. Anybody else doing anything?
What's your try?
As the Karis has ran after a deer, this all has transpired.
What is Gopher's reaction to all
I
this?
tried persuading him to roll.
I'm just sitting on the horse watching.
You are improving.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything to get the door open.
Essentially detonated.
Right. Oh shit.
Our employer screamed for help, and we detonated a bomb behind it. And Gopher's just like,
Yeah.
Alright,
where's the
It's something that would not help at all.
after another
Slightly.
6 seconds, you don't know the roll, he's unconscious. He's not dying, but he's unconscious.
Take a sneak peek just in case he's faking it.
Perception check.
Perception?
Perception.
Nope, it's deception.
He's dead.
He's just dead. No one say anything.
9.
He looks like he's sleeping.
Okay.
It got quiet in there. Rex, open the door.
What's happening?
Rex?
I'll hold it onto him a little bit longer.
He's gonna die.
Rex, open the door.
What do you do? What do you do?
This is all you.
I want to kill him.
I mean, honestly, at this point, he's killing himself. So
Yeah, he does kill himself. That's great. I'm trying to not kill himself.
Do a little slap, see if he wakes up. I'm just kidding.
No.
it would wake up. It would wake him up, and then he would trust him even less.
Is the bell made of feathers?
Yeah, it's got plenty of cushion inside of it.
You're gonna think about
Tickle
tickling
his nose.
Well, his feet's sticking out, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my god.
I'm guessing you
he's
took the
gonna
pillow
wake
off of him already.
No, I kept it on him, so I gotta tickle him to see.
Okay, there's no response.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the pillow then.
Okay. You move the pillow off him. Okay. He looks like he's still sleeping.
Do I hear shouting still outside?
Rex?
Yes, you hear that.
Open the door!
What's going on in there?
I open the door. Taking a bit, I guess.
Roll an intelligence check for the puzzle.
Oh shit!
There's a puzzle too.
Do it.
There's a cube that you have
We
not
have always
seen
had
him
it.
open.
Harvey's always had help.
He's always opened that.
Intelligence. Cool. 18.
Oh, you got it. Yep, it's good.
Nice.
Oh wow.
You were able to look at it and like, the fuck? Oh, okay. Good. And it just slides open.
What's
you get the rest
happening?
of the locks. You basically pick Harvey of all the locks that he has and then unlock
Is
it.
he dead?
Yes. When the door opens, which is basically on its hinges, it's on the hinges of where the locks are. It's pretty damaged. You can see there's Harvey on his back, just like this, with his head tilted to the side, with a pillow up next to him, motionless.
I check his pulse.
He's breathing. He's good. He's
Oh my
alive.
god, he's alive. You didn't kill him. Oh my god.
What did you do? What happened?
Okay, Rex. Explain, please, what happened.
You know, you saw the condition he is.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Why did you? Why was he screaming?
I thought he was actually in danger, so I was trying to be like
He
shit.
was thinking in danger. He was thinking of us in danger. And thinking leaving.
I mean, yeah, with you choking him.
You got another way to put him to sleep?
Let him sleep.
Doesn't he have? Doesn't he have drugs that do that? Knock someone out.
Yeah, I
That's
do.
very true.
Doesn't someone have
If
a
he
spell to do?
willingly smells it, you think Harvey's gonna be like, "Oh, I love this stuff." Mmm.
So you can beckon me, yell at me all you want. I'm just trying to keep our.
We're just trying to
Customer
figure out
alive.
what
By killing him,
happened.
almost killing him.
Okay, Rex, please explain yourself from the beginning. Let him talk, both of you. What happened when you got into the cart? What did he say? What did he do? From the top.
Soon I got in, I saw look deep. He looks very pale, really deep eye, dark circles
Okay.
under his eyes. And he was fidgeting like hell, almost scraping all his skins off.
Okay.
And I told him he needs to try to go to sleep, try to persuade him. That's the first thing I did. I look at Ryder.
Okay.
Then after that, he got super paranoid, told us, you know what? I don't need you guys anymore. I can hire new people, all this stuff. You guys can go ahead.
So he doesn't trust us for some reason.
Because we were thinking we were going to attack him here and now.
What happened?
That's before
Okay.
I suffocate him. And I'm worrying his well-being for not being very healthy, for him not getting enough sleep.
Before, he's knocked out right now.
Well, apparently Harvey was in a state
Yes.
of
In a panic. I can understand
panic
that.
and incredibly exhausted, not in his right mind. I would say that if Rex couldn't have persuaded him, I couldn't have persuaded him. I don't even think you could have persuaded him in order to just go to sleep. You shut up. You have a condition that makes you not be able to sleep. Go away. I think while it is a barbaric action, I think it would be the right course of action because Harvey is killing himself.
I think there would
Willingly.
have been a better way to handle that, not hurting him. Someone of you should understand hurting people to do what you want is not the right way.
I mean, when you see no other option, what are you gonna do?
We could have used a spell to put him to sleep.
What?
Yeah.
Do any of you have the sleep?
Rhino raises his head. I've used it too.
Why did
We
that was never said ever in this entire thing. You were just like, I'm going to pry the door open.
Why would I try using sleep in there?
Look, we're trying
I
to
didn't know what was happening.
We just heard him screaming
Sleep
for his
both.
life. As his guards, we assumed he was in danger, so we all tried to save him.
Different
Yeah.
morals and player
Yeah.
conflict.
But Rex doesn't have that spell. So in his mind, smothering and making him unconscious in any way he could was the best course of action. If it was
There's
Randall,
also
he
as-
could have just put him to sleep. If
there's
it was
also-
you, You could have done, I don't know.
Sex.
I was on top.
You could have tried to persuade him,
Sex.
Yes.
but it was Rex.
That's
Rex did what he thought he should have done.
He should have got help from us.
He didn't think he needed it. But apparently you've done this before.
He got it. He's got it down.
Oh, well, as long as he's not dead.
But
But now we're probably gonna get. You guys are probably gonna get fired.
I don't care. I'll accept that. I'm gonna fill my mission until the end.
I mean, I'm honestly, at this point, I'm kind of fed up with this guy.
Well,
He's nothing but an annoyance.
so
he's
he's saying,
universal.
should we do the Lord Lord playing with him too?
No.
Well, we gotta get it.
This man
was our
doesn't
main
deserve it.
mission
Randall,
here.
I look at
This
Randall
man doesn't
and say
deserve
this. One person has to be next to him. For
I mean,
this.
not if he doesn't trust any of us anymore.
We apparently trust Randall more than me right now, so
I
Randall.
mean,
we'll
from
find
what you
out.
said,
He
he was
might
gonna
not.
fire all of us. Yeah, you're like.
Let's
Okay.
fix the door. Let's mend
Well,
the
yeah,
door.
let's mend the door.
I grab a beer can and just throw a whole beer out. Which is this?
Okay. You take the beer that
We're gonna
was
just-
actually pretty much empty because
Yeah,
Gopher was
yeah,
just
it
chugging
was-
it on the night before.
Yeah.
Pour it out into the muck. You can actually hear it going.
We just
It's just
Both of us
disgusting. Yeah, both of you guys during your mending process as well. Because funny enough, Shatter actually doesn't make a loud, audible boom. It doesn't. It just explodes a sound.
He might have. So you didn't hear. You just started yelling. That's
Yeah,
all.
there was just a lot of
Oh.
shit going on.
Yeah,
We'll
that's-
cut from this and now go to the deers prancing around in the mud.
Yes.
For whatever reason, there's an audible boom
Sarah,
for the
Sarah deer?
Hmm?
Sarah deer?
Dear Karis.
Deer Karis. there
Deer
we go.
Karis,
Sarah
yes.
deer, that's the name.
Deer Karis and the deer.
Dear
And the golden deer.
The golden deer.
golden
Harry
deer.
Potter.
But yeah, so that's while that was happening, Zakaris,
Here's an explosion in the back. What the?
Deer Karis, what are you going to be doing? You're just following the deer, right?
Did I hear an explosion coming from the caravan?
No, you had traveled about 60 feet away. So surprisingly enough,
Continue
you
down with
you just continue on behind them. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Ooh. I'm a part of this.
What?
What?
No, you're not. No, you're not there.
Well,
You're
I'm
with
not
us the whole
there,
time.
but I was doing
You're on your
it.
own little thing because you got
Hey,
lost.
this is what.
I'm not lost.
This is what
He's
Gopher
right
saw.
at the cart still.
Yeah, I'm at the
He
cart.
left the cart.
This
Yeah,
is what
what?
Gopher saw. Science deer goes off. Hey, help me!
Is it still raining?
Oh,
No, it's not still raining.
Can I track the deer tracks?
From what was happening before, the basically what happens is when you step into the mud, it makes a digit like it normally would for a footstep, but the ground is everlastingly moving and kind of pulsating. It's as if it's breathing almost and giving a few
Well, I
feet.
guess it has been pretty long.
It's been like a few minutes.
Yeah, he's gotten 60
You
feet away.
lost the tracks. That was-
He made you make a survival check that you failed, and you stayed at the cart.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. That's true.
Anyways, we'll get back to the deer Karis moment. So you're following the deer, and you can actually keep up with it. Initially, when it was leaving before, your eyes have kind of adapted to it. You can actually make another survival check.
Alright, watch this.
Natural one.
It's a 9, 6, 11.
11's enough. So after looking at it, initially not seeing anything, what you did see was you picked up a certain levels of how the essentially environment is working right now, and you can see that where there were divots, the muck is essentially forming along it. So from what you see, being part of the Path of Totem Warrior and your bear lineage, you're able to actually determine the path that these follow. Because as in nature, more or less, where there's large like tunnelways in shrubs or in foliage usually is a very common walk path of animals or traversing that sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to keep up. You're still a ways behind, and you'll need to make probably another check or two to go around because it is still difficult terrain. You're still on the horse and everything, but you're keeping general idea of where they're at. And it's also still pitch black, so you would need light.
Alright. Well, I do have torches.
Okay, I mean you can light a torch.
Yeah, I'll light a torch.
Okay, if you light a torch, then you can see the deers. So
Nice.
that's all you really needed to do.
Okay. Well, I'll keep trailing from about 30 feet behind.
You guys see a light in the distance walking away. The light didn't vanish inside of the dark.
I'm assuming he's
Where
now
do you think
done
he's
this
going?
as we were.
This is happening with all this other
Okay.
mess.
Okay.
So as you're following the golden stag, it leads you along a way, leading further into the swamp. It takes a few steps, glancing over its side, looking at Zacharis or Deer Karis, and with its yellow eyes, it then just leaps over several different puddles of this muck. Your horse is having a difficult time traversing this, but it's being a horse made for travel, it's doing all right. It's not by any means enjoying the endeavor, but it's still able to kind of make its way through. The deer then turns to face you, walks past a tree, and then vanishes. Deer Karis.
They went to another realm. The shadow realm.
You make that joke. There is the shadow realm.
Mm-hmm.
Just the realm of the dead.
Scary place.
Alright, Zacharis. The deer disappeared.
Yeah. Can I see this light coming?
Yeah, you can definitely see the light coming from behind you.
I'm
You
coming.
can actually see Gopher riding a horse with a torch in his hand.
Oh shit. I'll wait for him to catch up then.
Okay. So
Yeah, you guys are.
I make
He's
his
a
way
deer,
to him.
so-
yeah. I make his way to him. So did you see how that deer disappeared, or?
He's a deer. He's a deer.
Yeah, I know. But the
You
other
can't
deer-
communicate with a
Oh,
deer.
yeah, god damn it.
The guy who is currently.
He's turning to the deer. So did you see where it went?
Right? He's probably
Why aren't you
like-
talking to me? What's up? Did I do something wrong?
Hey,
Did I say
well,
something?
actually, I don't know Zacharis very well either, so I wouldn't know that.
Back
So.
to my normal self.
Oh, okay, yeah, alright, so you went back.
So you turn
I
back
like
into
how the
your
one I can speak to him in his final forms, and I'm currently
Oh, that's
panicking.
funny.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're back into your Zacharis form.
Well, hey.
Hey.
The deer went this way, and I point to the tree that it stepped behind.
Yeah, and also with the light shining off the tree, it you can definitely see that it is more into the swamp itself, and what follows that is different. Wouldn't necessarily call it tree texture. It's got spongy material on the sides of it. It's missing all forms of any kind of life from it. It's just dark. It's almost like moving of sorts, just like the general flow of the entire swamp is just constantly moving ever so slightly with it. It's as if it's swaying with no wind.
Okay. So is this where the trail stops, Zacharis?
Yeah, the deer went this way. I don't know how or where it went, but
This tree's looking a little sketchy to me.
Just grand by the ground.
Go for it. That's a
I
true.
walk up to the tree and I lay my hand on it.
Oh, you're crazy, dude.
So you place your hand on the tree. It just kind of goes. Just kind of you press onto it, and it's kind of like it's like a sponge. You
It
just
giggles.
push it.
Oh,
It's
God.
apart from that, nothing else really happens.
Okay.
Your feet definitely are kind of sinking more and more into the swamp as you're kind of just standing there next to the tree.
The hands are grabbing you.
Alright, Zacharis.
Yeah, I'll keep moving.
Yeah, I think I'll grab 2 more torches. Put 2 lit torches by the tree so we know where it is.
Okay, 1 second. So you kept moving in which direction?
Around the tree.
Okay. So what you see as you're preparing these 2 torches, Zacharis walks behind the tree, vanishes.
Do I see that?
Yeah, that's what you saw.
Oh, okay.
Just walk around.
Well,
What
I
you
placed
see
the
is that he
torches. place the torches and kind of look around the tree, like a little confused.
You look around, you don't see them. You don't see the deer or Zacchaeus.
Shit.
You also don't see your horse.
Alright, give me one moment. This is because last time I went on my own, it went pretty bad.
You got night hag, I guess.
I got night hagged.
He's like, I'm alone.
Night hag.
Well, Zacchaeus is also alone too, is what I realized. So I'll try to follow in his tracks.
Okay. Yeah.
You're still on the horse, by the way.
I get off the horse to do that.
Okay.
You're leaving the
But
horse.
to be honest,
Nope, you're not there.
well, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'll leave the horse there.
Okay.
I'll leave the 2 torches outside,
Okay.
We've lost.
and I'll walk in with another torch.
Okay. So you light a torch, go inside. The moment that you pass through, from the outer experience, vanish. Interior experience, Zacchaeus and Gopher. Zacchaeus a few moments before Gopher, but you'll see the same thing. The swamp is still there, but the ground itself has grass. There's a very faint shimmer of sparkling light in a dome structure almost.
Okay.
The structure itself is not very big. It's maybe about 40 feet, 50 feet in diameter.
Okay.
And in the center of it, there's a very small pool of water. The deer that you essentially had followed is not there. Instead, near the water is this creature. They are humanoid, but the bottom half of them are hooves. They have fur from the waist down and have hooves.
It's like Mr. Tum looking from freaking...
From The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, a satire.
Oh, okay.
And,
Satyr.
whatever, satyr.
Satyr.
And he has the silver stag horns or the stag antlers that the previous one had.
Okay.
And he is very yellow. Like he's got golden skin, golden fur from the waist down.
It's deer.
Generally a very beautiful man.
Ooh,
It's
That's
me.
on there.
he's
So
hot.
Zacchaeus almost fucked
He
me.
has very solid yellow eyes
This
as
guy's
well.
hot.
It's me.
Zacchaeus, this guy's pretty good looking, man.
It's Ryder.
He's fucking smoking, holy shit.
Yeah, what the...
And then they came out. That was totally amazing. Oh my god.
Okay.
And the horse is
But yeah, that's what your initial sight is when you come in.
Okay.
The other thing that you notice immediately, the smell is gone. The scent of the basically wet, rotting meat that was the swamp smell has been replaced with blooming spring almost.
Okay.
It has the scent of lavender-esque type of just natural beauty to it.
Okay.
And you can smell the tree that you also pass by is alive. It has plenty of it actually has bark, not sponge-like material. It has leaves in it. And the entire area, in comparison to what you were just at, is very much so alive in comparison.
to a swamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I know where we are? Have I been to this?
You can make you can make a Arcana check.
16.
16. Okay. With that, you would know that the transition between these types of locations is very strange. You initially being part warlock beforehand, your initial prediction is thinking that this is some kind of illusion, that this is some fake material or it's just there to deceive you. But the smell, the touch, the feel, and the sight all coexist with each other, and you quickly come to the conclusion that that's not it, that this is some kind of realm, yeah. It is a different plane, almost.
Okay, plane.
I would like to interject. I think he explicitly asked if he has been to this place before.
Yeah, he did ask.
He did that.
You have not been to this place before, but you have felt it.
Oh.
Alright.
It's very similar feeling.
Alright,
Is it a similar feeling to my magic?
Yeah. You have felt this before when making those connections. You felt this energy before when you were communing with the woman statue back at El Terrell.
I'll strip poker.
Okay.
After trying to wake up from this, like, crazed happenstance, the satire then speaks to you. Oh, thank God. You guys are here? I thought nobody would follow me here.
The heroes.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry to bring you to here. Or rather, bring you through
Hello?
the swamp.
Okay.
I needed to bring you guys here to see me. Because if I leave this circle, I take that shape that I was at before.
Hello?
Okay.
You good?
Are you...
Hold
What?
on.
What?
You good then?
Yeah, I'm busy right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, I will. Alright, bye. Jesus.
Fathers always wondering what their children are doing.
I mean, my dad doesn't give a shit.
It is my Anyways, but yeah, let's continue on.
Alright, what were you gonna say, Zakaris?
Are you cursed then?
You can say so, yes. I'm trying to get back home. The problem was that this land, several decades ago, nearing a century now, was a way to transport to the Feywild. It had bustling forest creatures and all sorts of just different foliage and plant life that would travel through. But over the years, the power of this pond has diminished, and I no longer can travel back home. So that's why I've been trying to find a way to. I don't know where, but there is another portal somewhere nearby, hopefully. But I was hoping to be able to meet some fellow travelers to take me there. Sorry.
Yes.
My haste has brought me a lot of poor manners. My name is Mollis Bark.
Like a tree bark?
Spelled like bark, yes.
Was that Mollusk or Mollusk?
Mollis. Mollis.
Okay.
So his name isn't Snail Tree.
No, it's not snail tree, not mollusk.
Mollusk bark. Snail wood.
I was cursed. That's why when I leave this location, that's when I turn into a creature that you saw before. This witch-like creature had more or less done what you see now. She's shrank the power that this well once had and cursed me, the defender of it, essentially.
Can you tell us more about this woman?
I never actually physically met her. When I did, she took different shapes and forms. The one I saw when she was existing had this sickly green skin and long nails, but other times that I know that other people have seen her, she's been very large and has some would say like a giant almost, but it's difficult to clarify. Being unable to actually physically see her makes it very difficult to actually know what she is. I only call her a witch because she casted magic of some sort.
Well, I've got a curse on me, I believe.
We're similar in that manner.
But I do not know if it is a curse or not yet.
That sounds like something you would want to find out.
Yeah. Was there any
Maybe
way...
you could help him, and we could help you.
Sounds like we're in the same boat here, yeah. Can we make a trade-off?
I mean, I don't have a way to remove a curse, otherwise I would have removed it for myself.
Well, fuck.
I mean, I can find out what kind of magic it is, if it is indeed magic.
Yeah, please.
Okay. At that point, the satire's eyes begin to just fade into a solid white color, and casting detect magic. Well, it's necromantic magic.
Oh, yeah. I fucking forgot that over there.
I wasn't there, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
You can't say anything.
Basically, he casts detect magic and gives you the same exact response that Jacqueline had given you before.
Right. Okay.
So, Zacchaeus got anything else to say?
What is this fountain? Well, pool?
Well, traveling to the Feywild is the portals themselves can vary depending on where you're trying to go. The Feywild being the location of how nature and all the different seasons change is this one's once a well to the Spring Fey, the Spring Arc of the Feywild, and that's where I'm trying to go. So this once was a portal to it, but no longer exists.
So that's what you're talking about. Kind of sounds like a night hag I've run into before. You've described greenish skin,
Green skin, yeah.
long nails.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all you said about it. So, and she's like these more. I can't remember if you brought up the hair before, but
This sounds like a green hag to me.
yeah. It sounds like we're dealing with like some sort of hag.
I mean, hags do have hag magic, which would be more witch-like than I've seen, but she also took the shape of a large, giant figure before.
Okay.
And that definitely did not look like a hag that I've seen.
Difficult.
You could try to roll knowledge.
If you want to roll a nature check or something like that.
I mean, yeah, I'll go with
I'll
that.
give it a shot, I
We'll
guess.
both give it a shot.
What are you guys trying to do nature though?
18.
What that large creature could be.
19.
21.
Oh, 21, you
Oh.
It's a giant tag.
Oh,
It's a half.
God.
where's my monster?
It's a,
Where?
yeah, it's a half top.
I should have had this prepared earlier.
There you go. There's a bookmark.
Nerd.
Throwing a nerd at me.
Nerd.
That's like wow.
Oh, I was gonna say, open the trash and throw it in there.
Good.
You did throw it at the trash.
The closest thing that you can think of when it comes to spellcasters that are powerful witches that take on this large shape are cloud giants with their very limited spellcasting ability. But casting curses is definitely not one of those that a cloud giant is more adept in. So that is the closest that you'll determine from your rolls.
We explained that to them.
Okay.
Word for word, because he knows what rolling
word
is.
for word.
This Mollis will will kind of look down at the pool. It's the best I can think of is, like you said, a cloud giant, but at the same time, they don't have the magic. They don't have that type of power.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, what if it wasn't real? What if it was an illusion?
That's what I'm thinking. That would make sense. But, I mean, to hide oneself just by transforming into a giant doesn't make much sense. Makes yourself more conspicuous. Regardless, I only desire to go home. So if you're more than willing to help me, I can do what I can to help you. The only problem that I have is
Can't wait.
I can leave. I turn into a deer.
Yeah.
Especially a deer that has my traits of my golden sheen. The problem with that is that I have been targeted by a few people to try to take my hide and sell it. A lot of times I do get some praise by other travelers, luckily, because I just so happen to take the shape of a good omen of sorts, but a lot of people sometimes don't believe in omens.
Okay.
I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna need protection. I can't defend myself as a deer.
Okay.
The best I can do is run, and running right now is not gonna do very much in the swamp.
Is there anything special about this spring? Like, does it have divine power?
The only thing I can think of is it has a white flower that has red prawns that tends to grow nearby it. Because the portals themselves are only small, so if they're in larger bodies of water, only a very small portion of it will actually transport you if done the proper steps.
Do I recognize this flower?
Roll a nature check. Actually, roll an intelligence. Yeah, just roll a nature check.
18.
Yeah, you definitely know. You also recognize the description as the flower that you had received from the wooden statue back in El Terrell. The flower told to you about, as Sarah's sorrow.
What is that? I asked all this. What is the significance of this flower?
Well, it was created by the where's the Karis's bookmark? Karis, where'd you go? There you are.
He's right there. We're talking about
Shut it.
talking right now.
I'm looking at my bookmark. Sir.
Ma'am.
The Spring Corsian goddess, she's the one that actually created it. It was more or less not by her choice. She just happened to take on the name for the flower as Sarah's sorrow because of a unfortunate event.
So no hurt pill.
But if you help me get back, then maybe you can potentially meet her, or she'll come to you. I'm not sure. But I just want to go home. I've been here for decades now.
We will definitely try to help you. There might be one problem though.
What's that?
The Lord.
Oh yeah.
The Lord?
That's
He is
the
a
name
extremely
thing.
large man with ill manners.
I see. Well, hopefully you can keep me away from him.
Ooh, we can try.
We'll try our best.
I don't want to.
I mean,
I'm
he won't-
still
he won't
physical.
Get you easily.
What was that?
He won't get you easily. We will stop him the best we can.
We're
Okay.
right. Yeah.
The only worry that I have is because of my disconnection to the Feywild right now. If I die, I won't go back to my realm. So, I don't want to die.
We won't let that happen.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Everything will be died, you'll be.
And I'll do what I can to help if we do in fact make it back.
Okay.
I have some enchanting magical powers that I can grant, or I'm sure I can find something to do that can help.
Okay.
Okay.
But before that, I'll grab a few of those flowers before we leave this place.
Okay. So you pick some of the white flowers with the red prawns?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, write down,
Is that just like as
Sorrow,
reference?
Sarah's what?
yeah, write down 2 flowers of Sarah.
Okay. Is that just like as reference for what you're looking for, or?
Might do something. Technically, you can take anything from anything.
Yeah.
Like, dead creature, let's take its skin. Maybe somebody will want it or something. Sell it.
Landlord skin? Yes!
Oh my god. Ooh.
Just be like the Joker, like take off his face and then like put his face on your face.
I am the Lord, listen to me.
If I do make it back, then maybe at some point I can try to find some way to make this pond grow again. But, for the time being, I'll put my faith in you two.
Alright.
Bad decision.
So while this was happening, what's going on back at the cart?
We fixed the cart and then
I
I did the-
completely forgot that it wasn't just them two playing the game.
I'm mending the cart. We're mending the cart.
You guys spent probably the better part gathering whatever pieces had blown off of the entire. They didn't disintegrate. They broke.
No.
but finding them in the mud, especially, is pretty difficult. It takes you the better part of like maybe an hour or two just to mend the whole thing back together to full strength again, taking apart what you could from the barrel as well.
Alright, at least it's fixed. Time to sleep.
Well, who's taking... Have either of you two slept? It was a good question.
I slept, but then I woke up.
I'm talking to Jacqueline and Rex.
No.
Did Rex just take this moment to sleep, or does he stay awake?
I'm currently awake, so.
Who of the four of us is taking first watch?
Not me.
I guess I'll take the first one. You can be with him for the rest of the night then.
I gotta wait for asparagus to get back. I don't know where that thing went. That tiefling went.
I'm guessing you two are just making your way back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do they have a deer with them?
After about 15 minutes,
I'm guessing you're inside.
Oh, GT. Oh, why? Oh, GT game.
Oh, he's so good.
I don't know what to do.
Stupid.
No, you stay outside. I'll stay inside with him.
Okay.
It's a better idea to just do that. I'm gonna lock it up. The door.
I'll lock it from out here.
Oh, Randall, here's an idea maybe that might work. Tell him when he wakes up, he was dreaming. Maybe that would work.
If that's even an option, sure.
Well, he's exhausted.
I don't exactly know what will be an option anymore.
Alright.
After 15 minutes, Zakaris and Gopher emerge from the darkness with a torch in hand, with a stag deer as well following in tow. Yeah.
Asparagus? What's that?
A friend of ours. He is not a deer, but in fact a satyr.
A what?
A goat man.
But he,
Is he hostile at all?
Not at all.
He's a friend of ours.
Can you trust him?
100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, if you trust him, then
Does
maybe
he
I'll
want
trust him too.
to want to try to disguise him as he's a whatever?
So why is he here?
The one,
We need to escort him to a doorway back to his realm.
To his realm.
What do we get from that?
Undying loyalty of a friend.
I mean,
You're a fucking idiot.
I mean,
I hope you know that.
what
trust me.
talking about? Like, is he like a god or something, or?
Close.
No, he's just a dude. He can't get home, and he's been here for what did he say?
Decades.
Decades of being cursed.
Almost a century.
Very long
Can
time.
you
How's the
speak
thing
in
being
said
there?
form he is now?
Aren't you in the cart?
He's in the cart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told you, I'm inside the car, locked everything up already.
I locked it from the outside.
So basically, I can't barely hear anything.
Alright.
I think I'm
Zakaris?
it unlocked from the outside.
I think we should try our best to keep this one's identity concealed. Try to figure out a way for him to hide his antlers and his golden fur.
I mean, that's hard.
Do we want to
Good
try?
idea.
Do we want to transfer for now? One of the horse saddles onto him, so it looks like
Well,
he's
he's still very obviously a deer, though. That's the problem.
He's
correct.
He's
but
fully
then
golden.
Then he's a mount that we own.
It won't stop anybody.
Yeah, it won't stop anyone wanting him.
He's also not as big as a horse.
Yeah,
by
but
any
deers are
means.
tiny. Not tiny, but they're smaller than a horse.
Most deers are not meant to be ridden.
No. But at this point,
If anyone asks, he's the druid's pet.
Okay, yeah, he can say he's the druid's familiar or something.
Yeah,
There you
That
go.
works.
Yeah, we can go with
And
that.
as long as he can keep up, I don't really care.
What's the
Because
great-
he can't possibly cause nearly as much trouble as has already been caused. So you know
can
what?
bring
Fuck it.
more
So
though.
the deer
Oh.
shook his head, not his head.
Not too much.
I-
Deer is just looking around, just confused.
By the way, can he
asparagus.
speak in his current form?
Cannot.
Hello, I am Ryder.
It just looks at
He
you.
won't be able to respond to you.
Does he know what we're saying?
I mean, even if he does, he's a deer. He won't be able to respond to you.
If you understand me, shake your head. Yes. Nod your head, yes.
He does not shake his head.
He doesn't understand us. Well, that's gonna be trouble. Hey, you can talk to him, right? You could animal speaking with him, right? Asparagus.
I could. I don't have it stocked presently, but I can for tomorrow.
I can do it at any point.
Let's see.
I mean, you can cast if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
go
can
ahead.
cast- I
Talk
can-
to him and see.
And that's through your Arcane
Eldritch
Trickster?
stuff.
Oh, Eldritch Invocation.
Yeah. I can
Gotcha.
cast it at will.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and cast it then.
Okay.
Roll Wild Magic.
4.
Alright, you did.
So
So you have some telepathic communication with your horse, right? Or with the deer, right?
Yep.
I want to talk to my horse.
Fuck this deer.
Speaking of horse, what happened to the one that he rode? Did you not see it when they...
Well,
So
we're not gonna leave it there.
that's an important factor.
Was
When
it
you
there?
got there, it wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Wait, was
Is it here?
that Asparagus' horses?
Might have gotten taken down by the trolls in the mud. But we don't know.
It's
Wait,
the saddle
What
left
happened?
behind.
Was that Asparagus'
all gone.
horse?
Well, we don't know what happened to us. We can't say anything. So
They spent several minutes inside there. Yeah, no.
no
The-
idea.
Does
Was
the
it
horse come back to us?
Asparagus' horse?
No. Okay.
Who
Yeah,
was my
it
horse?
was Zacharis' horse because I took
That
his
was like
horse
300 gold.
That was not that much.
from.
And it was a rental.
It was not a rental. He bought it.
You
yeah,
bought it
he
straight?
bought
Bought
it
it
straight.
straight
Bought
up.
it, yeah. So there's your 300 gold gone. Sorry, brother.
Well, it was my payback for Asparagus anyway, so it was his anyway. Well, alright, Asparagus, I guess since we've been up, I guess you could take your rest now. I'll stay on watch.
At this point, anyone who sleeps me,
no
anyone
one
can
comes
sleep
to
me
bother.
okay. I'll take
Yeah.
first watch. If anyone wants to split it with, we're just gonna take it as a group this time.
Traveling for
Because-
2 days.
At this point,
I've already gotten sleep, so I'll keep watch of the deer.
oh, that's a good point. You already got sleep.
Yeah.
Randall's gonna sleep.
Okay.
You get first watch. I'm gonna sleep.
I mean, I kind of use the spell. I
Wake
kind
me
of want
up.
to go back
I'll
to sleep
take second
too.
watch.
Look, go for
We
keep
also might
watch.
not have employment in the morning.
Jackson doesn't know what the fuck to make of any of this.
I
He needs
explained
to
what Rex
sort it
did.
out.
I explained what Rex did to these two.
Okay, yeah.
She's also going to... She's going to try to talk to Krillin.
Okay.
Krillin.
Yes, Krillin.
Oh, I should talk to
She
Sharon.
wants
Oh my god.
You guys,
very desperately
One at a
wants
time,
guidance right now.
I know, but I know, but I actually could do something.
So how long?
One at a time.
Last time.
If she can't, that's fine.
yeah,
but-
both of them don't respond. Essentially, you used to ask questions, and because I've been doing creative flair with the communing parts.
But I know what I'm going to actually. Mine's actually important.
Right, I get that. The sending questions is usually how the interactions are go. It's not like I'm physically in a different place to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
It's more that was just creative flair to put into perspective for like sending questions and getting responses back. Like you're still getting responses, you know what they look like because they've sent images of it. It's not like you're standing next to them talking or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go ahead and try, by all means.
Go for you got first watch. I'm going to see if I could fix the situation.
I'm just confused.
A lot has happened in the span of 6 hours.
As Randall sees, he's gonna try to focus to see if he gets anything
Okay.
from Bahamut.
Okay.
Maybe not like try to commune with Krillin, but send a prayer.
Yeah, you can send a prayer of just like, I need guidance.
I just need fucking something. Come on. I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm
and
sorry.
being an idiot at the same time. We just got a fucking new problem because we didn't already have enough problems and fucking...
D&D.
It's, look, it's misrolled adventures. You guys made plans, and they did not.
No, we did not make plans. You threw in a freaking deer and drew it over here like, hey, it's a deer, it's my friend.
So basically, you got a deer, a giant who can't sleep, and a
What do you mean? We have a giant
short person who couldn't sleep. Don't worry.
we have a fucking psycho,
Okay.
a baby, a nature man, a funny man.
Hey.
And then, I don't know, violent tendencies over here.
What was I in that entire thing?
Stupid!
Oh,
A guy I still can't trust.
Say it. Seriously, do you get any trust so far?
Oh my god.
I trust Zacchaeus.
Nature, man.
I feel like
I trust Nature Man.
I have Gopher's trust.
And seeing as, like...
I'm guessing
Seeing as Gopher hasn't done anything to, abandon the entire group, he has my trust as far as I know. You also haven't. Besides,
I don't have your trust then.
You have my trust as far as
fucking up the employer.
I really don't care about him.
Yeah, that's true.
Harvey's a means to an end to her, and then I don't trust the shit out of her. She works with you because she has to.
So you trust 3 people?
Yes.
I mean, 3 out of 5 is not bad. That's passing grade. That's 60%.
That's a D.
D is a pass.
It is
For Dungeons and Dragons.
It's funny, but
So I'm assuming Dover takes for project, I go sleeps.
Yep.
Alright.
I take second watch.
I'll roll a percentage, or I'll roll a perception check for him. Good. Like really good. It's got like a plus 10 perception or something.
So me talking to Drow.
Okay. So you go to focus. So you send. So what do you pray exactly?
basically what I want to know is how how she can potentially become a champion of some kind, because Corellin did allude to that being a thing that happens. Also, seeing if she knows anything about Gopher's condition, and if this kind of thing, because it's a potential life or death situation, if this constitutes an emergency enough to get her to help in some way, shape, or form. Also, just a little bit of guidance on what the fuck I should do with everything.
Okay. So, what you get as a response is you get the feeling of Corellin's presence there. The moonlight that is essentially shimmering off of Moon's shadow is very comforting in the darkness that you're currently sleeping in. And you can feel her presence is there. What she says is, you get the back of your mind a voice that just kind of whispers, "My child, you already have become a champion of Corellin. You wield Moon's shadow, which was meant as a means to resolve deceitful actions and lies. As such, you've become a champion. Most of my followers can essentially be a champion."
I thought it was. She honestly thought it was something a little bit more than that.
Well, sometimes
She was actually kind of hoping it was something a little
sometimes
bit
it
more
can
than
be. It can turn. Being a champion can be stronger. Like,
Okay.
There's more stages of than just champion, essentially.
that. Okay.
For your friend's ailment, I do not know of the problem, though I can guide you that you would want it to be resolved if you want to spare his life. Because this would potentially continue on until matters go wrong.
Yeah. Which she absolutely does want to protect his life. She wants to protect everyone's life.
Yeah.
Being a
Except
paladin.
for a heartbeat.
Except for her. Okay, so then, Drem,
Okay.
what are you doing?
I want you, like you said, you could change people's dreams, right?
Well, what are you doing? So you're just gonna try to commune?
Yeah.
Go to
Talk to him.
Okay. Once again, the room emerges.
Blah blah
It's-
blah. Same old thing. Got it.
Okay.
Dress.
Walk in. I know. I got it. I'm only here for a second.
Yes.
Talk. Quick.
Yes, talk me.
Quick words.
Just show up already.
Just show up already.
So dress.
Oh,
He
a
just
lot of
kind of
stuff.
This is the third time in 3 days in a row, and this time this is the fourth thing.
He's very annoyed looking.
He's emotionless, standing.
So, you said you could change people's dreams, right? Or
I can choose of like some. I can give it a direction.
Can you, the guy who hired my group, can you make him dream happy stuff? And just make him dream happy. To make him sleep well and everything. And tell him everything's gonna be okay.
For who?
Harvey.
Oh, for Harvey.
What about my dreams?
As
Your dreams are magical and can't be cured until we find someone who can cure them. And you're not sleeping anyway.
True.
We're in a bad situation, and I think at least we can give him a good night's sleep.
It is true. He hasn't slept in several days, apart from forceful actions.
I know.
I can't do anything unless he chooses to sleep. If he doesn't do that, then I don't have any sway.
So,
If
since he didn't choose to sleep...
If he's choosing to stay awake and not sleep, I don't
But he's
have
sleeping
any.
right now, isn't he?
He is, and he has already began his dream.
So you won't be able to do that already?
No.
Okay. Whenever he chooses to sleep, will you be able to do that for me?
Make a persuasion check.
At a disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh my god.
24.
Dude, this bubblegum dice is pretty well for you, Jordan.
25 actually.
I was gonna say I was like +7, you mean. Wham. I'll do what I can. I don't wish any ill fate upon those that are having issues sleeping. If somebody would rather have nightmares than actual nice dreams, then so be it. They can have that. Though I do hope that creatures of your beings may be in search of nicer results than the alternative.
Yeah, we will next time. But for now, it would be great if you could help. My God.
Very well. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. That was it. And I'm not going to sleep for a while, so we won't be talking for a while. Maybe I'll send a few prayers back and forth.
Prayers are easier.
Yes.
Coalescing an image in the back of your mind is very difficult.
I think prayers are preferred.
I'll do that for now.
So they can be unanswered.
I'll do that for now on.
True.
I'll do it from now on, except for emergencies.
Very well.
Alright.
How about this? I'll come to you.
Alright, that works too.
Very fair?
Fair. Good night.
And you just cross your arms, fall back asleep.
Oh god.
He's like, God, 3 times already.
It's been a lot.
There has been a lot of
religion in this session.
Alright, hopefully that
I don't
was.
know about Sorcerers.
I mean, Zacchaeus has got Fey religion going on.
you know.
I mean, I wasn't going through it.
And now Bahamut, so you were focusing for what reason?
Just to see if I get anything back about what I've asked.
Roll a religion check.
19.
Hey, that's a good one. You definitely feel more of Bahamut's presence. Was there anything specific that you were trying to glean from this?
Guidance to my goal.
Which goal was that? Finding your sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just any advice on to deal with the current situation. Because it's a mess.
It is a mess.
He knows it.
So, what you receive back isn't speech, but it's more of imagery, and you get immediate interpretation of it. You can depict a path that's walked along a lot, and it shows you following this path. There's another one that immediately emerges that shows an image of your sister at the end of that path as well. It also shows it shows an image that bestows worry or discomfort, that your actions aren't aren't pleasing certain individuals of the higher-ups in your homeland. As well as that, it then shows your father having received a letter, and he signs and then sends another. And that's what you've essentially gleaned from imagery that Bahamut has bestowed. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else?
Thanks.
Thumbs up.
Thanks for the help.
Bam. Thanks, Gad. Anyways, anybody else doing anything?
I'll keep hunting down the evils in the dark for you.
Sleep. Okay.
Wait.
So as you guys get your night's sleep, waking up, nothing happens with the stag. He has gathered enough sleep. However, you're quickly realizing you're running out of room. Especially with down a horse, you now have to carry a deer as a passenger on something. He's not going to be able... I mean, he could try to walk beside you. However, deers can get more exhausted than horses can.
Hey, Mead. You have room on that cart?
For what?
A deer.
What? Why would I carry a deer?
It's kind of that it might be easier to carry. You think you have room on there?
I mean, I have room, but I need a reason.
For a whole pal.
He's a companion, and well, when he's tired of walking, you would like at least a place to sit. I know it's just a deer, but
I'll
Does
sure.
he walk to see this deer? I
okay.
feel
I mean,
like
he can see him. You know, the cart's only 50 feet
I'm-
generally behind you guys.
so you see this golden
Yeah, so I walk up to
deer.
Shiny coat of
I went to his
deer,
circus. I got him a ride. He could walk, but then also he could get on the cart with Mead.
Alright, when he gets tired, I want to go sit with him. I gotta keep him safe.
I don't think sitting on that cart's a good idea with you.
The other thing is, now that you're a horse down, Zacchaeus has no horse to ride.
Yep.
The back cart is full, and 2 people sitting at the front of the head of the cart is the max occupancy on that, essentially.
You've also been using the rope.
You've been using the roof, yes. However, if someone's also not sitting inside of the cart, it's been being used by a few people.
So Zacchaeus will ride with Randall,
You on the
and I'm on the roof.
Okay. Then where is
Works
Rox?
for me.
I'm inside the
He's
car.
Yeah, you're
inside.
staying inside.
He's with
Okay.
Harvey still.
With Holly.
and they still have horses.
Yep. Okay. So then the stag will
Bunk with.
bunk with Mead during the travel, if once it's tired.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, here's the other thing is
Does the stag know that?
I mean, talk to him.
19 for wild magic. I can pay with speak to animals.
Okay. So you cast speak with animals?
Yes.
I feel like you did this before and we didn't actually even go into it.
You're correct, actually.
Yeah, I kind of.
I just
Guys,
call
zone
it
out. It's okay. It's okay, DM. It's okay.
So when you speak to him, he sounds pretty dumb. Like it's weird. He's from what they were saying before, and all the fey magic and the where they want to go and everything of the sorts. It's a little strange. This deer is talking to you as if he's got the mentality of a deer.
Well, did they also said he's cursed.
They said he's cursed, yes. So
Randall's gonna make a logical assumption.
he's
It
got a
affects his
mentality.
intelligence.
It's affecting his intelligence based off of that.
Yeah.
He has the mentality of a deer, basically. He keeps his memory. He keeps certain goals in mind, but the rest of his mentality has been shifted to a deer. So he has a goal of, I want to get home. That's what he says to you. I want to go home.
Yeah. And while we're going there, if you get tired, you can rest in there.
Just roll a quick persuasion check with advantage because you're speaking to him as mentally and not as deer but human.
So Zacchaeus doesn't have this kind of dance where he changed the animals.
Because just changing the animal, they don't have their own dialect. They don't speak. They just go off instinct and insight of each other.
Oh.
It's like being a bear. When they yell at each other, they're not actually like
22.
speaking. 22?
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. You get the.
I mean, I also like do hands.
Yeah,
just
you
fucking
point
walking.
over like you tired there rest, and you get the quick interpretation. He's probably got it. He's understanding. He looks
Get a mental
over.
image of AOK.
He gets a mental image of the deer curving its hoof into an OK sign. I didn't even explain the whole thing. I'll explain at the end of this. So, you guys now begin. The rest of the cart begins to move forwards, and this is where we're going to cut ties with the session, as the cart is very much so drastically slowed by the mud, and your horses themselves, initially when they take a step, they begin to kind of hesitate, but then they are almost like forced to keep going by the reins and your own drive to move forwards. Essentially, for game statistics, everyone is at half speed because of difficult terrain.
You mean our horses?
Your horses are also at half speed, so
Those.
that is not going to aid in this because it's your horse that's the
Alright,
one.
how about
Well, you also aren't on a horse, so
how
you're
about
in a
if
cart
I
anyway.
cast fly on my horsey and just run over everything?
Again, we've gone through this last time. If you cast fly on your horse, it will fly alone. It can't carry your weight when it flies.
What if I use levitate on myself and then cast fly on my horse?
Both are concentration spells.
You can't have both.
Alright, what if I cast fly on myself and just fly away?
I mean, you can do that.
Correct.
And on a fly speed of 60, so
Holy.
yeah.
But it only lasts for like an hour.
Yeah, an hour. Once a day. But yeah, that's where we're gonna cut this session. Thank you guys for playing. It's
What a very religious.
what a very religious. As we will continue this in Troll's Claw, the not so nice fun time zone.
Yay.
Of a swamp.
Till next time.
Thank you for
How's this
watching.
fun? And there's Harvey.
How's this fun if this is Harvey?
Harvey's like,
He said the not fun.
Oh yeah, Harvey.
We're gonna figure out if we still have jobs tomorrow.
True. All right, thank you guys.